I am watching this Hallmark movie that came on Saturday called um, The Perfect Fit, I think. And I am, no, Fit for a Prince. Where did I get Perfect Fit from? I don't know. Fit's in there. I'm 35 minutes in, and so far this is terrible. I am going to keep watching to see if I change my mind. It makes me sad because the lead actress was in You're Making Me Crazy, and I really liked that movie, and I liked her in that movie. I think she's adorable. The guy who's the prince, I'm finding very boring. Uh, I was completely distracted by the fact that in this design shop, it was her and then her friend, um, who's a dude, and then there are two other ladies. It's literally just the four of them, but you can tell that the two other ladies are on whatever that pay scale is, where you don't make X number of dollars if you don't say anything, because there are totally times, got my hair crazy. There's totally times where you would think they would say something, but they don't say anything, and they're just the two of them in the background. And it's like that would work so much better if there were like six of them in the background not saying anything, but the fact that there are just two of them in the background makes it so obvious that they're like, you guys aren't supposed to say anything because we're not paying you. Um, yeah, I I don't like. I like the lady. I don't care about the guy and these other female characters that they've introduced that she has to make dresses for this ball. I don't like any of them at all. So let's keep watching for a little bit. I'm gonna give it at least another 20 minutes, and if I still hate it, I'm gonna be done. Okay, now I'm 40 minutes in, and I have my hair in these silly little ponies on top of my head, and I just realized, like, I went to go look up the IMDb page for this movie, and I was thinking that this Prince guy looked kind of familiar, and it turns out he was in a movie called Love at Look Lodge, which was also terrible. I couldn't even get through it. I think maybe I watched 30 or 40 minutes of that movie and I couldn't watch it. So now I associate this dude with terrible movies. And I'm really sorry to say that, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good for this movie. Yeah, it's still really bad. Like, she was taking his measurements. I don't think she wrote anything down, but maybe seamstresses or tailors are really good at like remembering shit like that. I don't know. I'm still gonna give it another 20. We'll see. It's not promising. So I'm finishing Fit for a Prince because I have half an hour to go. It's my weekend, so I'm gonna get this over with. I was trying to explain to somebody why I was finishing it, and yeah, the best I could do is that I want to finish this review. So I gotta say though, my very favorite part of the movie so far has been that there is a disaster that happens with regard to these clothes that she has brought in for them to try on, and she screams, and everybody is in another room because they were having like a tasting from the caterer, and everybody starts running, but one guy stops and picks up like a donut on the way, and I was like, I see you. I see you, sir. I would not pick up a donut because I don't like donuts. Like I've said before, I think I'm the only fat person who doesn't like donuts in the world, but I'm sure there are other of us who don't like donuts. Mine is because I got burnt out on them on a job a long time ago where somebody would bring in donuts all the time. Cookies, cakes, chocolate candy, those things I love. So if I would, and I don't even know if it was a donut. It looked like a donut, but it probably wasn't a donut because why would they be having a donut at this big ball? But um, I would also like pick up one last thing to eat on the way to see why this girl is screaming. So, um, 5 stars for that part, and well, let's go finish it. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna give it 2.75, and that's only because Natalie Hall was in it, and I really like her. I don't know. I They had to get these dresses at. She had to get some dresses done because there was a catastrophe with the dresses, and then they needed to get into these dresses like at 7 o'clock in the morning, basically, and the ball was at nighttime. So I don't understand. I'm not royal. I've never been to a ball. Maybe you need to get into the dresses, and then like you take a lot of pictures all day and stuff, and I don't know, but 2.75. 2.5 or 2.75, and it would have gotten another quarter star had they let those two seamstresses have lines, because that distracted the hell out of me, and I just thought it was so stupid that they didn't talk. So that's it. I would only watch this if you were like literally had watched everything else, or if you're just a person like me who tries to watch all of the new stuff that comes out. But let's hope that the stuff that's coming out later, I have high hopes, because there's one coming out in a few weeks, and it's got Ryan Pavey and Natalia Ricci, and I love them both, so fingers crossed it doesn't suck. And there's another one coming out, and it's got Cindy Busby in it, I think. And I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a whole movie with her in it. And there was one movie that she was in that I started, and it was just terrible, and I couldn't finish it. I think it had something to do with hot air balloons. I think it's like notoriously bad for some reason. I have in my head that like I've heard other people like on the interwebs talk about how bad that movie is or something. Anyway, we'll see. At least there's Ryan Pavey. I can just watch Ryan Pavey for 2 hours. It doesn't really matter. Same with Natalia Ricci, because I love her. Anyway, thanks for listening.